2023. I will invite my fellow commissioners to introduce themselves.
My name is Giwuku, with almost 47 years experience in police duties, explosive detection with dog, paramilitary training, both local and overseas, anti-terrorist training in Madhya Pradesh, India. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Changleng. I am Dora Zat.
Our secretary is Mr. Cesar. He will lead you through oath or affirmation.
Mr. Changleng, if you could raise your right hand and repeat after me. I swear.
I swear.
By Almighty God.
Almighty God.
That the evidence.
That the evidence.
I shall give to this commission.
I shall give to this commission.
Shall be the truth.
Truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
May God.
For the record, could you please state your full names, address?
Francis Changleng, Macostos, my Seychelles.
And Mr. Changleng, what positions did you hold in the government of Seychelles?
Madam Commissioner, before I start, I have to inform the Commissioner that it's 30 years ago we're talking, and I will try my best to give you the facts as I remember, but you also have to understand that certain issues I could remember vaguely. I have been in the government since 1978 as an officer trainee. Eventually, I was moved to the central bank, worked for central bank until I think 1991, when I was seconded to the Ministry of Finance to be Director of Social Security and appointed then as Director General of Funds Management Division, which was a department set up in the Ministry of Finance, which had all the separate funds, that is National Provident Fund, then what was remnant of it, the Seychelles Pension Fund, Social Security Fund, and about 10, 15 other small funds. And eventually, in 1995, I think, I was transferred back to the central bank, GM Central Bank, although I did hold the position of Social Security for a while, but somebody was running it, until 1998 when I was appointed as Principal Secretary for Finance. Until when I left Central Bank, I left PS Finance, I think it was around 2004, to take my full-time position as Governor of Central Bank.
Thank you, Mr. Changleng, and we appreciate it's been a long time, and we appreciate you trying to remember the facts. So in 1998, you say you were the Principal Secretary of the Ministry of Finance, correct?
That is correct.
Could you tell us what you know about the Civil Construction Company Limited as a parastatal company?
What I know is the company, what I remember vaguely is that it used to be part of what was called the special projects, which after 77, there were a number of minor projects which were put under this division, special projects. And I was not aware whether this was part of any ministry. And CCL was part of that project. I believe they got certain equipment from a friendly country to start the crusher business. And that is as far back as I remember. And subsequently, around the 1998, government took a decision that at what point it became a parastatal, I don't have the information, I don't recall. But what happened in 1998, government decided to privatize a number of parastatals, which in the eyes of government was not performing financially as government would have wished it. And there was a tender, and the current owner, I believe, Mr. Khan and his company, was awarded the tender. I was involved in the transfer of shares from government of Seychelles to the company. Those days, all transfer of shares or representation by the government, after the government has taken a decision, which of a financial nature, the PS Finance would sign the documents, the instruments of transfer.
Thank you. You answered several of the questions I was going to ask you. I was going to say we know that the government took a decision to privatize in 98, to privatize CCCL, and we understand that to have been a cabinet decision. Were you personally involved in any aspect of that decision?
No, I was not. It was as you mentioned, a cabinet decision, and I was asked to execute the decision. That is, the tender was organized by the Minister of Finance, and I was asked, basically, eventually part of, I believe there was a team, but I don't recall who other people were together with me on the team which assessed the bids.
Okay, so you assisted in the privatization, in identifying or finding a buyer?
No, I didn't identify. It was published, or I don't remember whether letters were returned or it was published in the papers. I don't recall, but I presume probably it was published, inviting bids from interested parties.
So you said earlier there was a tender process, but we heard from an earlier witness that there was no tender process for the sale of CCCL.
I don't recall, but my understanding, or what I recall, there were a number of bids.
So you said you were the PS, the Principal Secretary of Finance in 98. So June 1998, were you the Principal Secretary in June 1998?
I don't recall whether it was June or October. But I know, what I can probably vaguely recall, that I signed the transfer. I think I signed the transfer deed. I don't have a copy, of course, with me, but that's what I vaguely remember.
So did you personally, or do you know anyone who knew the buyer, Mr. Khan? Did you know Mr. Khan?
But everybody in Seychelles knew Mr. Khan because he was a prominent businessman. He has been supplying stuff to many people, to many companies in Seychelles.
As at 1998?
Yes.
Okay, so did you inform Mr. Khan about CCCL being available for sale?
No, I did not. The bid was issued, as I said. There was a notice. What I recall, there was a notice to say that CCL is for sale.
Okay, but you do not know how the sale was arranged, or do you?
From what I recall, it was published.
I have seen a letter that was written to the Principal Secretary of the Ministry of Finance in June 1998 by Mr. Khan asking to purchase CCCL. And in that letter, he refers to a discussion with the Principal Secretary regarding the purchase of the company.
I don't recall.
You don't recall that? So you don't recall if that letter, no. You had that discussion?
I may have met him after the bid, but I don't recall the meeting.
So
It could have happened, but I don't remember.
you don't recall. So you do not recall having a discussion with Mr. Khan to buy the company?
No, I don't recall. I recall after we've agreed from the bid he made, after we agreed to, I believe it was, I think, off the top of my head, between 6 and 10, I don't remember, or 6 and 9, something like that. I don't remember the exact amount that was sold to him.
Do you recall that there was another interested buyer before Mr. Khan?
Well, what I was made to understand, and I'm choosing my words very carefully, there was a very interested buyer. I was informed that there would have been a monopoly. That was what I was informed. There could have been other buyers, but one in particular, I understand with the bid, but government were not in favor. Because it could have been a monopoly situation. That is what I was made to understand.
So Mr. Khan was specifically chosen for that reason?
I presume that he was chosen because his bid was better. It was fair that he probably had resources to in any sale of any entity, whether it's a private entity or business, important that somebody who buys it is able for the business to have a continuity. They have resources to continue, and I believe it was fair then that Mr. Khan did have the ability, the resources for continuity of the business.
We understand the sale price was 7,500,000 Seychelles rupee. How would we gauge whether that was a fair price for the company?
That was part of the analysis of the company in 1998. The company was making losses. And I recall that there's quite a number of companies which have been sold because they were heavy losses. And it's not abnormal in any system, be it private, be it government, where a company has been making losses, where in certain instances is sold for zero.
So we understand privatization was in 1998, but the sale was concluded in 99. So we're looking at the profit and loss account for the company in 99. It shows a net profit of 9.5 million Seychelles rupee on the net profit.
Yeah, I don't have the information.
Yeah. It also shows fixed assets at 13.9 million Seychelles rupee, net current assets at 8.7 million, and the total assets at 22 million Seychelles rupee.
But it needs to be compared to the previous years.
Do you know whether a valuation of the company was undertaken before the sale?
Yes, it was. I'm sure in the Ministry of Finance there must have been analysis on it.
We had a previous witness who said he was aware, or he believed that no valuation was done of the company prior to the sale.
I'm not aware of that.
You're not aware?
I believe that valuation of some sort must have been done internally. I'm not aware. Probably the person was more involved than I am. I have been.
Could you confirm who Mr. Mark Benstrong was at the time that you were Director General and PS, or when you were PS of
Mark Benstrong was Director General Financial Planning, which basically he was the person involved with management of the government budget, preparing the budget, and of course any issue that in government assets it will come under his department.
So did you or Mr. Benstrong visit the premises prior to or at the time of the
Yes.
sale?
Yes, yes. Me personally, I did on the occasion.
You visited on a number of occasions?
Yes.
And these are the premises S5500, the property in the Providence Industrial Estate?
Well, it's where the site is.
It's always been, yes?
Where the current site is.
Do you recall whether the company was storing explosives on the premises at that time that you visited?
No, I don't know. No, I don't know.
You don't know, or they were not storing explosives?
I don't know.
You
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I
So
don't know.
what did you visit at the property? What did you, when you visited a number of times, where did you go? What did you see?
What did I? Well, I went to the office, and I sat down with whoever was CEO then. And I remember in one particular meeting, I don't remember the date, they complained about the equipment, because the equipment which was donated by, it could have a significant value, as we mentioned before, but the equipment, they could not get spares from the friendly country who gave spare parts, so that had to be replaced by a new buyer.
Okay. So was Cccl one of those companies that because you said the privatization happened because a lot of the companies, or many of the companies, were running at a loss. But according to the
Yes.
according to the documentation, which is with the companies, the registration division, or our understanding of the documents does not appear that the company was making a loss.
I don't have the
But
information.
you don't have-
with me.
but
I
that
have to
is,
double that.
So, Mr. Changlang, where did you see any of the sales documents, the sale to Mr. Khan and Island Motors, the sale of the company? Did you have sight of the documentation? I know you
No,
sent,
today, no.
not today, but were you part of that
But
sale
Island
agreement?
Motors was not a government body. Island Motors was a private sector company. It wasn't a government company.
No, we're not talking about.
Island Motors,
Sorry, Mr.
you said
Changlang.
Island Motors, you mentioned it.
What I meant is, did you see the sale agreement of the shares of the company to Mr. Khan and Island
Yes,
Motors?
I did. I presume I did, because I probably was the one who signed it.
Okay, do you remember the terms of the sale agreement?
No, I don't.
You don't? Do you recall if there were any conditions attached to the sale about how the new owners
No, I
would
don't.
operate the company?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Is there anything else about the way the privatization process or sale of Cccl was handled that the Commission should know about?
No, as far as I'm concerned, it was done properly. Government took the decision to sell. Once the deal was done, it was brought back to government to get government's approval before we confirm to Mr. Khan that his company can buy it.
Any of the government officials that handled the sale friends or connected to Mr. Khan in any way?
No. No.
Not that you're
I'm not aware.
You're not aware of?
Not that I'm aware. No.
And you personally, did you have any discussions with Mr. Khan prior to the sale, enticing or asking him to buy the property, the company?
I don't recall, but it's not impossible that it happens in many of these companies. When people are buying it, they would have a discussion with the Minister of Finance. It could be me, it could be one of the other senior officers.
Is it also not uncommon for a government official to inform somebody that this company is for sale?
And with due respect, what are you hinting? Are you hinting that somebody have tipped off Mr. Khan? I did not.
Sure, yes. The Commission has heard that a senior government official in the Ministry of Finance informed Mr. Khan that CCCL could be for sale.
But then it's not me. It could be people above my head. I'm not aware.
Thank you.
So
thank you for that confirmation.
That closely.
Thank you for that confirmation. We just wanted to clarify that it's not you. And so, Mr. Changleng, were you ever a director of the company CCCL when it was a parastatal?
I think I was for a period of time before the privatization.
Okay. And
normally in those days, most of the parastatals would have either PS Finance or designate of the Minister of Finance to be on this parastatal.
And so, while you were a director that you think you were you ever told about the safety concerns regarding any explosives at Providence?
No.
Was there ever any discussion about safety concerns about the blasting, the explosives at the premises and the proximity
I don't recall.
to everywhere else?
I don't recall, Madam Commissioner, sorry.
Sure. You don't recall any discussions around the blasting and the explosives in the proximity of the surrounding buildings in that area?
No.
No?
No, Madam.
Sure. Is there anything else that you believe the Commission should be aware of in relation to the privatization, the sale of the company?
Not really, Madam Commissioner.
Thank you. Mr. Ruku, do you have any questions? Nothing?
Only one clarification, Mr. Chairman. A previous witness has deponed that CCCL was profitable as a venture, although he said on paper. Do you maintain that, according to your previous statement, that CCCL was not profitable?
Government took a decision to privatize parastatals. There were many factors. One, profitability, whether government should continue. I'm sure Madam Commissioner or yourself can get further information from Minister of Finance at the time that the parastatals were sold. That was a policy taken by government, and I believe there were more than 20 of these parastatals which were sold.
I think we have nothing more for you, Mr. Changleng. Unless you something else you need to tell us, then we thank you.
Madam Commissioner, thank you very much. And we wish success to the Commission.
Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate you joining online, although you're out of town. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. I don't see any way him being...
He said that himself.
We are done for today. Our next witness is not available for 2 o'clock, so we will resume tomorrow at 9 a.m.
I think we'll have to say it for the purposes of the public.